Welcome to Around the Bend with Soki. In this episode, we're visiting our kids that live near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they decided to take us on a nice day trip to Station Square. Here's a little video of what it looks like. As you can see, Station Square is a good recreation area that has been recreated to provide entertainment, dining, and a number of things for people to come and enjoy on the south side of Pittsburgh. We started out our visit to Station Square on the Gateway Clipper fleet, and as you'll see, we took a nice leisurely ride up and down the rivers surrounding Pittsburgh. Later on that day, we ended up going to dinner at some of the fantastic dining locations within Station Square, and then finished that off with a ride up the incline to Mount Washington. The ferryboat captain gives a great narrated tour, and here's a little bit of it.
The bridge was built back in 1904. At one time, 4 trains could cross this bridge at the same time. They removed the lower set of tracks when they built the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, located over here on our left side. The convention center here is the 15th largest convention center in the United States.
The Clipper fleet has been sailing the three rivers around Pittsburgh since 1958. They have a fleet of 5 riverboats, and they go day, night, and feature a variety of cruises all year long with breathtaking views of the city of Pittsburgh. You can choose from sightseeing cruises, family fun adventures, dinner cruises, and other specialty cruises. They also have entertainment and holiday cruises throughout the year. Pittsburgh has a number of scenic bridges and some interesting skyline. Some of the buildings are pretty dramatic. And then there's the sports stadiums, P&LE Stadium, and the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will be coming up on the right. One of the more interesting facts, and makes it a little easier to navigate around Pittsburgh, is the fact that it's built on a triangle. It's not like some cities they're laid out in a square. If you follow a lot of the streets, they will eventually come to a point down by Point Park, and that's where this beautiful fountain that we're seeing right now exists. Point Park is a very interesting place to come visit. It's a quiet, peaceful area right in direct contact with the city. Pittsburgh is a very dramatic city. It's very interesting architecture, lots of nice scenery. You have Mount Washington that neighbors alongside the Monongahela River. And then of course you can see it at night. Our son, daughter, and grandkids were really generous to bring us down here and then go out to dinner. And when we're done, we actually go up one of these inclines. The inclines were restored and put back together many years ago, and you see some of the pictures of what it looked like when it was created. You're actually going to take a step back in time when you go on these century-old cable cars, and you see the best views of downtown Pittsburgh while you're riding it and even at the top. The Duquesne Incline was rescued and restored by a group of local residents in 1963. Its original elegant wooden cable cars are still there for you to ride. Inexpensive at $2.50 one way or $5 round trip. That's for adults. Cars start out almost imperceptibly slow and then eventually pick up speed, doing a pretty good speed when we get up about halfway. And you'll see as we get up here passing the other car. I actually sped this up so it isn't quite so painful. As with most cable car arrangements, there's two cable cars, especially when it goes up an incline like this, and they balance each other as they move. And as you'll see, here comes the one the other way. So when one's at the top, the other's at the bottom. The Duquesne Incline's upper station houses a museum of Pittsburgh history, including photos and a storehouse of information on inclines around the world. You can also watch the machinery while it's operating. You'll actually see it through the floor. We were fortunate enough to come after dinner and were able to be treated to this amazing, spectacular view of downtown Pittsburgh. You'll even see where the baseball stadium was in progress. You'll see the really bright lights off to the left where the Pittsburgh Pirates were busy trying to win a game. We hadn't planned it that way, But we wound up with an amazing full moon that was just spectacular. When you turn around to make your way back towards the incline in Shiloh Street, take in the architecture across Grandview Avenue, particularly of St. Mary's of the Mount Church and the Shiloh Street of Shops. We made the walk up and found DeFore's Ice Cream Delight on the right-hand side, and you'll see the treats. The views, even coming down in the incline from the car, are just spectacular. We hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube. Thanks for spending time with our kids, our grandkids, and us, and we'll see you around the bend.